Alrighty guys, welcome back to a brand new video with me, Heist Scoops. Today I'm going to be showing you some tips on how to make your Cayo Perico heist preps faster and how to get into the main heist a lot faster than what you normally should. I'll see you in the video. Alright, so tip number one, we have submarine quick drive and fast travel. So when you're doing your first heist prep, which is going to the Merryweather submarine, we want to drive the submarine as close as we can so we can take out the boats with our torpedoes, and then the helicopter with the periscope. We can do that so much easier, and it really speeds up the heist prep. Now once we get there, we can basically swim all the way back to our submarine, which isn't actually that far, so we don't need to worry about other helicopters coming in before we get there, because it's exactly there. And especially I had a really hard time trying to get back to the Kakaska when you were like so far away and you had to swim or take a boat. The helicopters were shooting me a lot easier than normal, and I was just dying loads of times and spawning back and swimming out and spawning back. But if you take your Kotsaka to your location, this only really works for this one. There's no real other heist preps that are in the ocean, so that's really basically that one. A lot easier and just a lot faster to do it. So hopefully you like that tip. If you do, we'll move on to the second one. So tip number two is basically traveling in your submarine using the fast travel mode. Now, I know this is a lot of money. It is like 10 grand at the start, but it actually goes down when you start to use the heist a lot more. So when you complete your first heist, it goes down to like 5, and then when you're on your third, it's on like 2 grand. So it goes down gradually. But obviously, if you're starting off and you're using the 10 grand, what I would basically tell you guys to do is try and rack up as much money as you can to allow for the fast travel to work, and spend money on the fast travel. That is going to reduce your time by loads, and you'll get the places a lot quicker. And then we can move on to our third tip, because this is kind of connected to it as also. So we'll just move on to it now. Our third tip, when you are traveling to your location, so say you have a heist prep and you're going to the mission, you want to take your Sparrow from your submarine 100% of the time. Your Sparrow is in your submarine. Go there to the moon pool, you take it out, you go to whatever you're going to, and obviously you've fast traveled, so you're cutting the time down, you're cutting the distance down, and you're traveling with your Sparrow to the location. Now what I have here is a clip of why we use the Sparrow a lot. When we're taking the Sparrow, we're driving to the location, we can use the missiles to kill whoever is there, the targets that are there. We can kill them off. It makes it a lot easier and a lot quicker, instead of driving to the location or getting a dinghy to the beach, driving the car. If you're even in your Sparrow, you can set it down on the ground and shoot the people. I wouldn't even go with that. I would just realize that some missions are, you can blow up the thing that you're trying to get. So for example, the plane at the start, when you're trying to get the plane to get the Cayo Perico heist, you are basically doing that mission and you can blow up that plane very quickly. For missions like that, just remember your target. For missions with the Avenger in it, you can shoot all day and the Avenger will not blow up. It's a lot easier, and when you're using your Sparrow rockets, you're locking onto your enemies, your targets, and you're making that a lot faster for your heist prep. And then you can just basically jump in it like I do in the video right now. I'm jumping straight into the Avenger after killing loads of people, and I'm just getting into it, and that's basically the mission over. Back to the Sparrow, and then go back to your submarine. For tip number 4, we have return options. So when you're finished your gathering intel or when you're coming back from a mission, you've blew up your Sparrow, you can return your Kotsaka. You can also return your Sparrow to storage. Now, you remember that the Sparrow, when you return to storage, it has a limit of 1 minute 50 to spawn back in. So when you're bringing that back, you can do that. You can also return your Kotsaka if it's far away. So when you're traveling to your Kotsaka, it's not a long distance journey. Basically, in this one, I take another helicopter off the airstrip and drive along the sea, ocean, and basically request the Kotsaka there. If you know the locations from fast travel, you know where they're going to spawn. So drive out. If I was to drive and request the Kotsaka in the middle of the airfield, it has 2 abilities to spawn on different locations. So it can spawn either behind you or in front of you. That's why I drive to the beach to basically request it, and I know it's going to be at the beach. A Rockstar kind of, if you're closer to one side than closer to the other, Rockstar will spawn the Kotsaka in random places, and it'll pick between the 2. That's really return options for that. That makes your heist a lot faster. For tip number 5, we have the Sparrow once again, and we are basically driving to the submarine. Now, a lot of people don't realize this because it doesn't show up on the screen, but when you actually fly at full speed towards your submarine, you can hit right on your D-pad and just keep hitting it until you get as close to the submarine. Now, what I would do is fly into the middle of the submarine because that's where the door is for the moon pool. You want to drive straight towards it. Just keep hitting right in the D-pad, right, and that'll get you in as fast as you can. As you see here, it gets me in really quick, and that helps you guys a lot. You don't realize this because it doesn't pop on screen, but that's how you do that. Going on to tip number 6, we have the motorbike intel. So basically, when you're gathering intel on the Cayo Perico heist, you drive to your location where you're wanting to do, whether it's secondary targets, grappling hooks, bolt cutters, which I have all videos on, all locations. If you're wanting to do them, you are basically just taking a motorbike or whatever you are taking. If it's a Jeep or a motorbike, you're taking it. But what I would definitely prefer is for you guys to take the motorcycle that's there for you. Basically, the first one is driving. You basically hop on it. It's right at the entrance. And then in the second one, it always spawns in the same place. There is a time limit, but it always spawns in the same place. So if you're getting caught again, you spawn back to the runway. You can go back to that motorbike in the second location and grab it and go again. That makes your heist prep or gathering intel a lot faster, especially if you're using a motorbike. Because of the Jeeps, there's certain bushes you hit. Motorbike has the ability you just have the ability to go around things a lot faster, a lot easier, and a lot quicker for everyone. And that's basically what I use to get really in and out of places. And it's so small as well that when you're going up the bushes and stuff, it doesn't have as big of a collision barrier as a Jeep would. So you're kind of wrecking the Jeep at all times. And also with the different terrains, Jeeps sometimes can't get up the terrains that you want, which the motorbike does. And it also picks up speed to get over them. So when you're using the motorbike, it's so much handier just to grab it and go and gather your intel as fast as you can. Especially when the helicopter comes out with El Rubio. Sometimes that comes out. If you've got that, then they're kind of searching for you. That's how you know when you need to get out. Motorbike's so much handier, so much faster to do this. So that's a few tips on how to make your heist preps and gathering intel so much faster for the Cayo Perico heist. If you like this content, please smash the like button and also subscribe if you're new. Make sure to comment if you have any questions or queries. I can always help you guys. I'm always here to help. I'm always wanting to do my job and help you guys as much as I can. So hopefully that'll help you. Thank you so much for everything, everybody. You've been absolutely amazing. Thanks for the support. And as always, I'll see you again. Bye-bye!